Here's a quick tip for the producers that are struggling to warp full tracks inside Ableton, especially when they don't know the BPM of the track. I'm going to show you a quick way to fix that. Let's have a look. Okay, we're now inside Ableton Live and I've just brought a track into the session. It's one of my client's tracks. As you can see, it's not warped down here in the corner, so this is the original speed the track was recorded at. So we want to find out what speed it is and warp it to the actual project. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to zoom in to the very start, and sometimes in a lot of instances there is dead space before the first downbeat. In this instance there isn't. The kick is right on the very start. But if that isn't the case, and say it's a little bit further in, just use this marker here and drag it up till you get to the first downbeat of the track. Okay, we want the downbeat to sync up the start of the project. Okay, so that's that part done, making sure it starts bang on time. The next thing we want to do then is we're going to try and match the tempo to the actual wave file itself. So I've zoomed in a little bit. You can see the kick drum at the very start. Here's a kick drum here. Here's a kick drum here, and I'm going to play it for you now just so you can hear a couple of kicks in there. So that's the fifth one there. So if you go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the fifth one. Ideally that should sync up with number 2 here, the bar 2. Okay, so 4 beats in a bar. So what we're going to do is speed up the tempo up here until that locks in. So we're keeping an eye on this, okay, this beat here, and we're going to move that up until it locks to the number 2. Looks to be too much. I knew that was too much, even though it looks like it's on, as these beats after start running off slightly. Okay, so you want to make sure it locks to the grid completely, and it looks like it's 137 beats per minute. Okay, those beats are falling directly on each kick inside Ableton. If I zoom out and just go straight down towards, let's say, this section here where there's a little mini break, and just zoom into number 49, we can see that still builds up and it drops there as well. Okay, and if we go towards the end, we can see the kick drums still line up there. So once you've worked out the BPM of the track, in this instance it's 137 beats per minute, we're just going to now warp the track, okay, and set it to Complex or Complex Pro, depending on your preference and how it sounds to you. I like to use Complex Pro. Now that means this track is locked to the grid on the actual project file itself. Now if I wanted to slow that down to 125 beats per minute, for example, and play it again, or 140 beats, for example, that is now synced to the project. So hopefully that tip helps you out. I see some people now and again dropping these little markers in and trying to time stretch that and sort of move the track from start to finish, and it can be time consuming. Now sometimes you have to do that, especially with really old records that have maybe been recorded from vinyl and there's a little drift on it and you have to, but most modern new music, it's straight out of the studio. Once you get it right, it'll be bang on the money. So hopefully that helps you.